Hello, everyone. Good morning. So today I'm going to talk about when planning meets God's perfect timing. This is from Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. I want to share a simple but powerful reminder about God's timing and how it meets us even when we think we've planned everything. I'm a planner. I usually have plan A, plan B, and plan C. I like to prepare, especially when something is important. Last week, I was on vacation, but still had an important church meeting scheduled. Because I'm a planner, I checked everything ahead of time. I made sure the Wi-Fi was working and my MacBook battery was full. I thought, I'm ready. But through the day, the Wi-Fi kept disconnecting. It comes back, then drops again. I had to practice patience and wait for it to reconnect. Then, just before the meeting, I noticed something else. My MacBook was not charging. And at that moment, all my plans couldn't fix it. I was worried that I might not be able to share my screen because I need to share my screen during the meeting. I prayed and asked God that my laptop would not stop suddenly during the meeting. And by God's grace, the meeting went smoothly. No interruptions, no shutdowns, everything worked. Only after the meeting ended, my MacBook stopped charging completely. That moment reminded me of this verse from Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. For everything there is a season and the time for every purpose under heaven. God's timing is perfect, even when our plans are limited. I planned, I prepared, but God ordered the outcome. So congregation, and especially youth, this taught me something important. Planning is good, but trusting God is better. We know the story in the Bible about Joseph. So Joseph had plans too, but instead he was betrayed, forgotten, and forced to wait. It felt wrong and late, but God was not late. At the perfect time, God used everything Joseph went through for good. So from Romans chapter 8, verse 28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So we can have plan A, B, and C, but God always has plan and is in control. Even unstable Wi-Fi, even low battery, even moments that test our patience. So, encouragement to you today is this. Do your part. Prepare. Be responsible. But when things don't go as planned, don't panic. Pray. God is already ahead of you. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for your perfect timing and constant care. Help us to trust you even when things don't go as planned. Teach us to pray, be patient, and depend on you in every situation. In Jesus'